My name's Riley Knights, and I'm joined by the inestimable Anna Margaret up here. Anna, let's hear it for one of our three judges. Anna Margaret's up on stage with me today.
Hello! I am so excited for y'all to see these cosplayers. We have so much talent in the cosplay contest today.
We really do, and we're going to bring them on stage shortly. But before that, let's put our hands together for our other two judges who are going to join us on stage briefly here. We've got Miris Mulally and Tabby Toeclaws. So these three esteemed figures will be judging the proceedings. I believe you two have got I think we've got reserved seats for you at the front, or wherever you're going to be comfortable for I think we've got some spots down there for you if you want to go and take your seats to watch what happens up here on stage. Yeah. But our three judges will be judging on would you want to talk to us about what the judges are looking for here as the contestants come on stage?
Sure. We are super excited. All three of us got a little bit of a sneak peek at all of these costumes during pre-judging this morning. It takes an enormous amount of confidence to come out and show off your work to a panel of judges and then step out on stage in front of all of you all, showing off all of your hard work. All of these contestants worked so hard on their costumes. And so I'm so excited. I need all of your all's help to cheer as loud as you can when they step on stage. Yeah, are you ready?
There we go. All right, let's hear it.
There's a lot of different things we're looking for when we see cosplayers and we see their costumes. There's a lot of different cosplay techniques. I often joke that cosplayers are basically collecting hobbies because there's things like wig styling, there's things like sewing, armor work, foam craft, all of it. And now we're also asking them to do some public speaking and stand on stage in front of this enormous audience. And so we're keeping an eye on all of these different skills, and we are really excited to share these costumes with you all.
We can't wait as well. We're looking forward to it, aren't we? Yes, we are. Yes, indeed. We'll let you take your seats if you want to head down and get comfortable while we have a chat with the audience about what is on the line here. Because we've got honor, we've got glory, we've got fame, power, prestige, all that sorts of things. But we've also got cold, hard cash. Mm-hmm. We have three different categories for our contestants today. We've got novice, journeyman, and expert. And at each of these levels, there is a $1,500 prize in addition to a medal for best in category, $1.5 grand each for our contestants in one of those niche categories. But then on top of that, there is also an overall best in show and a runner-up. These can be taken from any of the categories. We've seen journeyman contenders win in the past. It could happen again. So we've got $2,000 on the line for the best in show runner-up and a trophy and an invitation to the Grand Champs next year. And then for the best in show, the best overall, $4,000. Holy moly. 2 weekends passes and an invitation to the Grand Championships. But what is the Grand Championship? You may be wondering. We've actually got a Grand Championship happening later on for the Grand Championships from the last cycle of cosplayers. And Anna Margaret, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, of course. So to be invited to be in our Grand Championship, you had to take Best in Show or runner-up Best in Show at a MagicCon cosplay contest this past year. That means all 4 of your contestants in the Grand Championship category have won Best in Show or runner-up Best in Show, and they are bringing the best talent here to the stage today. You will not believe these 4 cosplays you're going to get to see on stage. I am so excited to share them with you all.
Yeah, we've got something very special cooked up that you're going to be very, very pleased that you decided to join us to stick around for that, because it's something very special. But
they also get a really crazy prize, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Grand Championship winner doesn't just get tickets to next year's shows. They also receive look at this model of a sword here. Look at this trophy. Now, which sword is that?
This here is our...
Is that our Sword of Light and Shadow, I believe?
I think it's our Sword of Feast and Famine.
Feast and Famine?
Feast and Famine. Our Sword of Feast and Famine. One cheer
How
for the
about
sword.
that, huh? So the Grand Champion will walk away with that sword and have a very interesting conversation with the TSA as they try to get it home. I'll give you this.
Yes.
We're going to chat with our contestants as they come up. My friends, as Anna Margaret said, let's remind, it bears repeating. Getting up on stage, is not the easiest thing to do for many people. So I want you to make sure that all of our contestants from the beginning to the end, each one of them feels welcomed onto this stage. So please put your hands together and welcome our first contestant from the novice category. It is Mariana as Liliana Dread Horde General. Well, what an ensemble you put together for us here, Mariana. I have a question. Is Liliana, there are so many different Lilianas to choose from. She's appeared in so many different cards. Is Liliana Dreadhorde General your favorite of all the Lilianas?
Honestly, yes. I love because I'm from Colombia and we have a typical dress similar like this one. And I say, oh my God, I see I need remake. And for it, I make this custom because I love it, like how it's for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
It is absolutely incredible. Can you give us one more twirl of these skirts? And so you might not see from the audience, but we got to check out
let's come right there to the front of the stage. There we go. Have a look at this.
You made. Would you tell us a little bit about this skirt? I know you mentioned that you felt really inspired by dresses.
I was inspiring this dress because it's like me, the dark, the Barbie dark. I love make like something. Made me feel so happy and magical for it. I make this every piece I make. Every piece, all my dresses.
Let's have a round of applause for that.
Incredible. All right. Well, thank you so much,
Thank
Mariana.
you so much.
We'll let you head off down here. One more time for Mariana. Liliana Dreadhorde General.
All right.
All right. We'll bring out our next contestant here from the novice category. I think we can come right down stage to make sure that the audience gets the best view here. Our next contestant, put your hands together, Super MTG Bros as Ohertak, Deepest Foundation. A slow and stately procession to the front of the front of the stage here. Quite an incredible ensemble that you put together here. Is this, tell me, when you saw these characters from the new Ixalan set, was this something that immediately came forth as something you wanted to work on?
Yes. Yeah, we were very excited that Magic brought these characters to life. We're actually from Latin America and we're here to represent, and we're very excited.
Wow,
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Something that is absolutely incredible is that this was a team effort. And so would you all like to speak a little bit about your group and what inspired you all to work together?
We are actually family. She's my sister, my younger sister.
Isn't that beautiful?
And her husband is backstage and his brother is here. So we are four. We have our own pod. We always play together. And that's what Magic is about, family and fun.
Yeah, that's
And
fantastic.
representation.
Yes. There's one more thing I would love to point out. During prejudging, we got to hear a little bit about some of the special details of this costume. Would one of you like to walk us through just maybe one of these threads and the special message there?
Sure. So if you guys know from Ovidio when he talked about Ixalan, there's a lot of cultural significance here. And the Kipu actually has numeric information here. So here, for example, you see that you have one white, and then 4 colorless. This is the mana value. And it's a 6/6 creature.
Wow.
Yes.
So they represent the mechanics of the card. That's incredible. What a detail.
Let's have one more big round of applause.
Super MTG Bros as Ohertak.
Wonderful work, Super MTG Bros. You can have an exit right over here.
Look at this, a real team effort to make it off the stage here. That is fantastic. My goodness me. All right, let's move on now to our next contestant. Still in the novice category here. Oh boy. We have The Cheese Stands Alone as The Cheese Stands Alone. This is terrific. Make sure you come all the way to the front here so everyone can see you in all your glory. Now, I'm not sure where we're going to, or how we're going to be able to interview a large piece of cheese here, but for those who don't know, this is one of the very few uncuts that was actually made into a real, actual blackboarded card. Anyone know the name of it? Exactly, from Zendikar? I think it was original Zendikar. Anyway, what an incredible effort. My goodness me. Do you want to ask a question about how this was made? It's crocheted by the look of things.
So I'm absolutely blown away by this crocheted costume. Would you like to share a little bit about what inspired you to make this cosplay?
Why, of course! As the cheese stands alone, I wanted to do myself justice. So I crocheted the entire thing.
Yes. So, you might notice from the audience, this is a lot of yarn. Would you share with us just about how much yarn did you use on this cosplay?
About 10 barrels.
10
barrels?
barrels.
I didn't realize yarn was
Oh
sold
my
in barrels.
goodness, that is so much yarn. Let's have one more huge round of
One
applause.
more big round of applause. The cheese stands
for
alone.
The cheese stands alone. Wonderful. We'll help guide you this way.
All right. See if the cheese can make it down the stairs. We do have a we've got a cheese usher there. That's helpful. All right. We move on now to our next contestant. Sorry, I'm standing away. Our next contestant here, also in the novice category. Please put your hands together. Welcome to the stage, Steph as Vraska, Golgari Queen.
Absolutely stunning.
This is incredible. Now, I do want to ask, was there ever a point while you were putting this, or even the concept of this together, that you thought about having live snakes as part of the headdress?
Very much so. I would love to have snakes a part of this.
Didn't quite come together, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, no.
No. Can't win them all.
No, but your depiction of snakes are amazing. Would you share with the audience how you created this gravity-defying headpiece?
Of course, yeah. So I use pool noodles and backing foam, backing rod, and then some wiring with Plasti Dip and hot glue. Lots of hot glue.
Hot glue is one of the most important cosplay tools, in my
understand
opinion.
that a lot of cosplaying is pool noodles and hot glue. That's
Yes, definitely.
and duct tape as well. Yeah. Have you always been a fan of the Golgari Swarm? Is this a character that really speaks to you?
Oh my goodness, yes. I love the Golgari. Let's sacrifice to make everyone stronger. It's perfect.
Yes.
Well, let's hear it one more time for Steph as Vraska. Give us one last look at this incredible costume. Wow. All right, I'm really thinking we need to find a new name for novice category, because this is this is really.
Sometimes it's hard to believe that some of these cosplayers, this is their first
Yes,
cosplay.
it's talking about their experience.
Or first
Yes.
cosplay contest.
Yeah, amazing.
Which is truly incredible.
And speaking of incredible, please welcome to the stage our next contestant, again from the novice category. It is Nicole as Mr. Foxglove. Look at this. It's great to see. We obviously love seeing classic old Magic characters through cosplay, but some of the new ones are getting a run straight away. Were you a big fan of the Bloomborough setting, and was this a character that spoke to you immediately?
Yeah, I loved the animal aspect, and it just called to me, and I wanted to do a character that has never been done before. So.
Yeah, wow.
Wow. So something that just blows me away is you actually made this entire fursuit yourself. Would you like to point out maybe what is your favorite part of your cosplay?
My favorite part of my cosplay would probably be actually my outfit, just because it was very hard to sew all the stripes on this. So, especially because the pattern I used was like solid colors only.
Okay,
well,
I'm absolutely blown away.
Yeah,
Can
the
you do
results
one
speak for
twirl for us
themselves.
and one more big round of applause.
Let's hear it for Nicole. All right, we're going to have to whiz through things a little bit here
Yes.
because we've still got a lot of people to get through. So let's be very quick in welcoming our next contestant to the stage here. Please put your hands together. It's David as Oko, the ringleader. All right, Oko making an appearance as a cowboy this time. Tell me, was this, how glad were you to see Oko back once again in Outlaws of Thunder Junction, particularly as his first outing didn't go quite to plan, probably from a competitive standpoint?
Yeah, it was pretty exciting to see the character come back. You know, and I know a lot of people are salty with Oko. I seem to gravitate towards salty cosplays.
Well, mate,
Salty cosplays.
you've done an incredible job of putting this together. Let's give the audience one last look at this
Give
masterpiece
us a
here.
twirl.
Well done. The details all the way down to the spurs and everything.
Amazing work.
Quite
As he's
incredible.
walking off stage, admire all of these different cosplay pieces, like the painting on that hat.
Yeah, thank you very much, David. We'll keep whizzing through our contestants here. Our next one, also in the novice category, please welcome to the stage ShieldR as ShieldR Whispering One. Anna Margaret, if you want to...
Yes. Oh my gosh. Will you tell us a little bit about this mouth that's been gaping at us as you walked on stage?
Yeah, it's made up of a lot of fabric and hula hoops and cardboard. It's very fun.
Some of the best cosplay tips. Give us a twirl and let's have one more huge round of applause for ShieldR. Oh, one thing as she walks off stage, apparently there's a trunk that is functional in this cosplay. So, you know.
Very handy.
It has pockets.
Very, very handy. There we go. Fashionable and functional. You love to see that. All right, we're going to move on now to our next contestant here from the novice category as well. It is MayDay Cosplay. Please put your hands together. MayDay Cosplay as Blood Petal Celebrant. Look at this. One thing that's always stood out to me about the Vampires of Innistrad is their elegance, right? They're really nasty, and they do get up to all sorts of mischief, but were you, what were your cues when you were putting this, this ensemble together? Were you trying to get that elegance that the vampires have?
Yeah, I think so. I actually really like the juxtaposition of, like, when you think of a flower girl, they're very, like, innocent and cute. And then vampires are, like, gonna rip your face off. So I try to kind of, like, blend a little bit of both those elements into there.
Yes, there's an element of, this is all very nice and delightful, but also extremely deadly. Yes, indeed. All right, well, let's have one last look at the entire ensemble here.
Incredible job. Just look at the layers of this skirt. Nice work. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll keep moving now on to our next contestant from the novice category here. Please welcome Ryan, who is dressed as Davril, Soul Broker. Now, Anna Margaret. Uh-oh, he's got the contract ready to sign. And
Incredible.
This is what I want to warn you about. I want to warn you. Just be very careful in interacting with Davril because you will sign your soul away before you know it. So
no.
Interact with Davril at your own
I'll
risk.
watch my words as
Very
I ask
carefully.
this question. Ryan, this is your first cosplay ever, is that correct?
It is.
What was your favorite, wait, one round of applause for that. First cosplay ever. What was your favorite part of this cosplay?
Getting into the mindset of Davril to write out exactly what I think would go in one of his contracts.
I love that. Get a load of this prop and let's have one more twirl. And thank you so much for showing off your cosplay.
Down to the very last detail, even growing out the moustache, which is, I love it. It's a great look. Thank you so much, mate. Good on you, Ryan. We'll move on now to our next contestant, still in the novice category. We've got a couple more to get through here. This is Amara, Goddess of Blunderer, as Daa the Restless. So
let's take a look at this Tarmogoyf right here.
I was going to ask this is the way, because obviously you couldn't bring an enormous.
I couldn't bring my full-grown ones in, so.
This is a hatchling.
This is a little hatchling.
Oh, for sure.
Pyroglyph.
Now, would you share a little bit about how you constructed this?
Yes. It's actually made of foam. I cut it into 4 different pieces, and then we glued the foam, sculpted it, and then felted over top of it, sewed it, and then the teeth are 3D printed, and they're super sharp.
Do you have anything you want to share with the audience? Fantastic.
All right.
One more big round
One big round of applause
applause.
for Amara here. Daa the Restless.
Thank you so much.
All right, moving on now to our next contender in the novice category. Please welcome to the stage MTG Girl 2004 as Joyra, Ageless Innovator. Now, Joyra is a classic MTG character going back many, many, many years. Have you followed Joyra's story very closely over the years?
I've actually only been playing Magic for like 2 years.
Oh,
so
but you chose a classic here.
Yeah. My boyfriend actually, it was his first ever commander, so it's a little like ode to him, I guess.
Wow. Well, it's incredible. It's so great to have you as a relative newcomer to the community up here on the stage with it. Thanks so very much. Anna, is there anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah, you shared with us a little bit about how much her story meant to you. Do you have a word you want to say about that?
Yeah, Magic has just given me like the opportunity to kind of like try new things and be myself. I'm a very shy person, so being up on here is like crazy to me. So Joyra is a very like real character to me. She has a lot of like real flaws, and I think it just shows that like the characters kind of are very fleshed out, and I love the lore and all that, so.
Incredible.
Well, let's have a big round of applause for MTG Girl 2004. Again, not an easy thing to do to get on stage like this. So well done indeed. Takes a lot of guts. Takes a lot of bravery. Our final contender here in the novice category. Please welcome to the stage. Put your hands together for Headless Cosplay as Tomic, Wielder of Law. Tomic, another character that's been around for a long time. Great to see him brought to life with this cosplay. Anna Margaret, take it away.
So there are so many details on this cosplay I wish you all could see, but there's one in particular I'd love to point out that's hidden a little below the cloak. Will you share what you put on your wrist here?
I put Val's guild emblem and his initials in there as he's my husband.
Yes, and that is embroidered. Absolutely incredible. Will you do one more twirl to show off your cosplay before you head off stage?
Fantastic. Wow.
And let's have one more big round of applause.
I remember reading about that at some point, how Tomic and Ral they carry around a little guild crest for each other as well, even though they're in different guilds. So yeah, wow, what an incredible little bit of detail there.
Yeah, on the card there. Absolutely
amazing.
Incredible.
All right, well, we move on now to our journeyman category, my friends. Kicking things off here with our first journeyman contestant. This is Missy Step as Flubs the Fool. Missy Step, there was just so much joy in Bloomborough as a release. Oh, you've dropped your companion there. There was so much joy in this set. It was such a beautiful set. You must have really enjoyed bringing a character like Flubs to life.
Yeah, he's just a silly little guy, and so am I. So I felt like we connected like that. Of course, I had to be him.
You also learned a ton of new skills for this cosplay. What's your favorite part of this costume?
Ooh, I don't know. I have a few favorite. I did like learning to crochet in like different shapes, to make like the little individual feathers, to make like the pieces of the ant, and then these as well. So it's kind of getting to mold the yarn into your own patterns, your own shapes. That was fun to mess with and play with.
Well, it definitely turned out. Let's have one more twirl to show off your costume.
Big round of applause, Missy Step, Flubs the Fool. We'll let you make your way off the stage over here, my friend. And we'll move on now to our next contender in the journeyman category. Please welcome Van Quig Cosplay as Geesa, the Hellraiser. Oh, wow. So you brought your legions of undead with you here. That must have been quite an effort to put that together.
It took about 2 hours to just sew each of them on.
Wow, okay. And there was a lot more that went on to it. Anna Margaret, if you've got a question as well.
Yes, so something that I find absolutely incredible is how much hand stitching went into this cosplay. Is there a particular detail that you'd like to point out to everybody in the audience?
I think probably the prop, if I can show the back real quick. I don't know if you can see, but it is all hand stitched and it's really clean.
Very proud of that stitching.
Beautiful stitches.
All right. Give us one last twirl at the front here if you want. Fantastic.
Absolutely incredible.
All right. Well, thanks so much there. Van Cosplay, we keep getting edged off to the side a little bit. We'll move on. We'll move over here a little bit
I'm
more
accidentally
further.
pushing you this way.
All right, we'll move on to our next journeyman contestant here. Another fan favorite. Put your hands together. Welcome to the stage, Sherbet Quake as Ral, Caller of Storms. Now, Sherbet Quake, I notice a little detail here. We've got yet another little guy joining us on stage. Is this Ral in otter form?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's gotta have a little buddy. He's got a little gauntlet and the little accumulator version.
He's got his own little costume.
There are 2 costumes on this stage. Now, something that I find absolutely incredible, on top of all the amazing prop work and lights, when you told us a little bit about your backpack here and what it was made of, would you like to share that with the audience?
The clear part of the backpack is in fact made of a cheese ball container.
The creativity of our cosplayers is crazy.
Amazing, wow.
To transform something like a cheese ball container into a fully functioning, beautiful lit up prop.
A vessel for lightning. Well,
incredible. Can you do one more twirl to show off your costume? Let's have one more big round of applause.
Sherbet Quake, everyone. Ral, Caller of Storms.
Amazing.
Thanks very much, mate. We'll move on now to our next journeyman contestant. This one here. Oh boy, a very, very scary card to play against on the competitive constructed circuit. But let's bring out now Exo Jackie Lantern as Kiora, Behemoth Beckoner. Go ahead.
Amazing work. You look absolutely incredible. Would you mind sharing with the audience a little bit about how you did your headpiece?
Sure. So I paper mapped it out first, and once I got the right measurements, I cut everything out with foam and then glued it together and tried to hope for the best, and it worked out really well. And then I added all the paint and the details.
It looks incredible.
And this is an Easter egg, half of an Easter egg in here. It's funny.
The creativity of our cosplayers.
Incredible once again.
Let's have one more big twirl to show off your whole costume.
And later on, of course, I don't know what your plans are later on, but maybe you could sneak into the Blue Man Group performance. You'd fit right in.
Hobble, but yeah.
Well, let's have one big round of applause for Exo Jackie Lantern here. As we move on now to our final category, the Expert category. Kicking things off with, I'm a big fan of this name, Triforce of Procrastination as Cala of the Vast. So we all know Kalia as a character who brings together a lot of different creature types, beloved creature types from Magic's past. Was that a focus of yours, bringing this costume together, making sure that all of those creature types are represented?
Yeah, 100%. Even my lights rotate through all the colors of Magic in order to basically resemble or represent every single creature I can think of.
Very good.
Also, the demon and the angel wings. I mean, who can beat it?
Yeah, you can see.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see from the crowd, but the detailing on this armor plate is absolutely incredible. Would you share how you added all that detail?
Yeah, I actually casted every single piece out of clay foam and then attached them one by one. It took probably 2 weeks just to do every single little piece of detail on the armor.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
What an
Let's
incredible
see a
amount of
twirl so
effort.
we can see your wings. Amazing. Before you fly off our stage. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, mate. We'll let you make your way off stage there as we move on now to our next contender in the expert category. A personal favorite of mine. It is one of my favorite Magic cards of all time. It is Magic Marker Studio as Snapcaster Mage. My friend, I have to ask, are you as big of a fan of this card as I am? And are you hoping that one day, please, just at some point, it'll actually be good in Magic again?
Absolutely. Please bring Snapcaster Mage back to the forefront.
Bring back Snapcaster Mage!
Something that we got to learn about in prejudging that I am blown away by is if you peek at the artwork, we don't get to see the top of the staff, and yet we have this beautiful cosplay staff in front of us. Can you tell us a little bit about your design?
I talked to the artist Volkan Baga for reference about what the staff looked like since we can't see it in the original art. He told me it just follows the motif of the rest of the armor. So I gave it studs, just like the rest of the armor has, and lenses to match the glasses. And the shape of it matches the Strionic Resonator.
Incredible. Wow. What an incredible addition of detail. I'm very glad I'm not a judge because I just give you every single prize there is. Snapcaster Mage, everyone. Congratulations once again. Big round of applause for Magic Marker Studio. All right. We've got 2 left to share with you, so please put your hands together and make welcome our next contender from the expert category. It's Tamocat as Daa the Restless.
You look amazing. In prejudging, we got to get a close look, but I would love it if you could share with the audience a little bit about your scroll props you made.
So the scrolls all have content on them, and a little blood too. One of them is her grocery list of Lurgoyf cards. Another is a journal entry from flavor text from an Ice Age card. And another is the map of the terrain that she explores.
So much detail.
And also a die to keep track of power and toughness as well.
This is a Tarmo die, and this was kind of a last-minute thing, but I was like, I have to have one.
It's a very handy thing to have. Let's hear it once again.
Amazing. Can you do a twirl to show the back
Daa
of your
the
case?
Restless.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
All right, and last but certainly not least, we have one final expert category contestant to share with you here today. Please welcome to the stage, Storyteller Cosplay as Tamio, Field Researcher. She's doing her research right now. Come and join us up the front here, Tamio. So this is Tamio pre-completion. She's looking radiant rather than, metallic. Is this a character that you've been a fan of for a long time?
Yes, especially since with my cosplay name being Storyteller Cosplay, I just figured it was very fitting.
Yes. Something that you probably can see from the audience is that this wig is incredible. It feels like it's gravity defying. Would you mind, spinning and telling us a little bit about the construction of this wig?
Yes, so for the base, it's a 3D print that I use, and I cut the wefts of the wig to use it to glue it down as the base, and it helps hold its shape, and then I sewed it into the wig.
It's so good, and I don't know if you guys can see from here. Look at these beautiful ears.
And these are silicone ears that I mold and casted.
Absolutely amazing.
Incredible detail.
Can you do a twirl for us so they can see the back of your cosplay? And let's have one more huge round of applause for Storyteller Cosplay. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, that is that for the contenders from the novice, journeyman, and expert categories. Anna Margaret, I'm going to give you the chance to confer with your fellow judges now as we put a bow on this and decide who our winners are going to be.
Sounds
so I'll let you make
good.
your way over there and have a chat with our other contestants, or other judges, I should say. But out there in the audience, let's hear it one more time for all of our competitors that we've seen on stage. It's been fantastic to see them all. I'm going to discard these cue cards as I no longer require them. So while we wait for our judges to make up their minds and come back out on stage to share the results, I want to get you up to speed as to what is coming up, not only for the rest of the day, but also for tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to be back here with a special Magic-themed game show with some of your favorite content creators. There's going to be 2 teams of content creators, Team Voxy and Team Amazonian, taking on each other in the creator clash, and then we've got some folks from Wizards as well who'll be coming out and facing off against them. If you're a fan of Magic Trivia, if you enjoy game shows, it's going to be a great time, and I'm sure as many of you have already been walking up and down the hall all weekend know sometimes you need to give the feet a bit of a rest, and this is the best place to do it. And then later on in the day, we'll have our World's Watch Party. I'll be joined up on stage by some professional Magic players. Simon Nielsen, I believe, is on the docket. We've also got Andrea Mengucci, Anthony Lee, countryman of mine. Depending on how they go in the tournament, if Simon Nielsen top 8s, he probably won't be available to sit here and talk about the top 8 with me. So as much of a shame that'll be for us here, of course, it'll be very, very good for him. But for those of you who want to follow all the action and see who's going to be crowned the world champion, please do come and join us tomorrow afternoon. But this evening, you may be aware, very, very exciting headline act tonight on the main stage. We've got the folks from Dropout joining us for a special, let's hear it for Dropout, yes. We have a special Magic-themed a Magic-themed installment of their famous quiz show, Actually? Any fans of Actually here today? Oh boy. So as I said before, if you are a pedantic nerd like me, if you also believe that technically correct is the best type of correct, you're going to have a great time hanging out here with Iffy. We've got BDG, we've got BDM as well, coming to hang out as a fact checker, and a host of incredible guests. So do make sure you come and hang out with us for Actually with the Dropout crew. Very, very excited to have them joining us here at MagicCon Las Vegas, and I know that we're going to give them a very warm welcome into the community as they come on stage. All right, we're just waiting for the final deliberations. As soon as they're ready, I'll be joined by the judges, and we will start to award our prizes for the novice, journeyman, and expert categories. And then, don't forget, after that, we will be straight back into it with the Grand Championship. Now, I want to share something very special with you here about the Grand Championship. I don't know how many of you were around yesterday at the panel where we revealed what's coming next year with Magic. One of the first sets, or I think the first set to be released next year, is Ether Drift. It's a racing-themed set that is taking place across multiple planes. And we actually cooked up something very special when it comes to the Grand Championship of the cosplay contest here, because the assignment that we gave these 4 Grand Championship finalists was to cosplay as one of the characters that will be showcased and shown off in this brand new set that's coming out. We also gave them pictures of that would have been very difficult to do, just to guess, you know. We didn't make them do that. No, they were given some art assets, some of the concept and the final art of these characters that they were going to represent. And they're going to be out here on stage strutting their stuff, showing off to you some of the characters that will be appearing in next year's Ether Drift. And better yet, to give you a sense of just how incredible a job they've done, we will be sharing that art, the card art, on the screens here as well. So you'll be amongst the first in the world to see these incredible pieces of art brought to life by these cosplayers long before the set is actually going to be previewed and put in front of everyone else around the world. So still waiting now for the judges to finalize their deliberations. Again, once they've concluded, they'll be able to come and join me out here on stage, and we will award the championships. Let's remind ourselves of the prizes, of course. $1,500 to the best in class performances. So that's $1,500 as a prize for the winner of the journeyman, or the novice category, $1,500 for the journeyman category, and finally $1,500 for the expert category. But then, out of all of our competitors, these winners could be taken from any one of these 3 categories. We have a best in show award and a runner-up award as well. The best in show takes out $4,000, runner-up $2,000, and then, of course, our grand championship, which will be on its way. I'm getting a little secret, subtle note from the side of the stage.
No, man, it's coming out.
Nothing
Hey,
subtle
do
about
me a
it. Tell it,
favor.
everyone.
Make some noise for Riley up here doing a fantastic job.
Thanks, mate.
Hey, man. You like, what do you think about the look right here? I think his cosplay has come together rather nicely as well. Like I feel underdressed here.
No, dude, you're looking great. This show's fantastic.
Hey, man, again, the internet is a great thing. So have you all had a good time so far? Hey, do this just because our judges are back there deliberating. So on the count of 3, I want you to yell out who you think your favorite one was. So we have no pull, but maybe they'll hear you backstage. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right.
Well, that makes it pretty clear.
As clear as mud, it happens. Hey, right now, turn to somebody you don't know. Give them a high five. High five a stranger. High five a stranger. High five a stranger. Nice. Now turn to somebody else you don't know. Give them a fist bump. Fist bump a stranger. Fist bump a stranger. All right, turn to somebody else you don't know, preferably someone with a big bag. Borrow some hand sanitizer.
I really did think we were more than strangers, Elliot, if we're fist bumping.
I mean, look.
We do it.
All right, hey,
Looks
here
like
we
we're
go.
ready to go. Fantastic. Anna Margaret joining us on stage. Thank you very much. Okie dokes. We've got all of our, just going to make sure they're in the right order so we don't have a Steve Harvey situation.
We are so excited. We're going to bring back all of our cosplayers from each category on stage and then announce our category winners. So first up, we're going to be bringing back all of our cosplayers that entered in the novice category. So let's have a huge round of applause for all of our cosplayers in the novice category.
All right, here they come. As well, I should have let everyone know, Anna Margaret, many of these cosplayers will be sticking around after this show if you want to take photos or if you want to come and express your admiration for their work personally. So do stick around after the show. Many of the cosplayers will be around if you want to take a snap at any point. Okie dokes.
I want to just say that the level of talent in this contest is off the charts. We wanted to give an award to every single person in this contest. We had some very tough decisions as judges. We are blown away by all of the cosplays here, and we are so excited to announce the Best in Novice category.
Maybe we'll just chuck maybe the cheese doesn't have to stand alone this time. We can chuck the cheese just a little bit to the side there. Yes, indeed. All right. Once again, each and every one of these, the cheese sits alone. Each and every one of these contenders would be a very worthy recipient of this prize, but there can be only one. So my friends, please join me in congratulating the winner of the Novice category. The Novice Award goes to Super MTG Bros as Ohatak. Oh.
We are so blown away by your cosplay. Is there anything you'd love to share with the audience?
I would like to thank you, first of all. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you to my family for supporting this craft. And thank you to Magic for creating Ixalan and letting us represent our culture. We're Latinos and we're very excited to be here.
A very worthy and deserving recipient here.
Just back up a little and we'll bring out the next people.
We'll see if we can slot our Ixalani elder god back into the stage without any mishaps. Fantastic. We move on now to our journeyman category. Let's bring the journeyman contestants out here if they can make it past the enormous wedge of cheese that's blocking the way. But let's put our hands together once again for all of the journeyman contestants at the cosplay contest. Once again, worthy competitors one and all, but once again, there can only be one. The winner of the journeyman category, the recipient of $1,500 in prize money, it is, in fact, Please join me in congratulating Van Quig Cosplay as Giza the Hellraiser.
Thank you. Absolutely incredible work.
Thank you so much. I want to thank my husband, Simon. I know he's watching. He helped a lot emotionally and with props.
Thank you again.
Big round of applause once again for our winner, Van Quig, and the rest of our contenders. As we bring on now our experts. Here they are once again. Let's hear it one more time for all of our expert contenders.
Let's hear it for our expert cosplayers. All of the cosplayers in the expert category look incredible. But as Radley said, there can only be one.
There can only be one. The winner of the Expert Award here, the recipient of $1,500 in prize money, it is Tamakat as Daa the Restless.
Oh my goodness. Wow, thank you guys so much. I love this. Actually, it's so funny because I thought that the brass guy I made last year would be my last cosplay I would ever make. And then they came out with this card, and I was like, I have to cosplay her. So this is lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We learned in prejudging that they're magnetic for easy travel. So maybe not as good for battle, but amazing for cosplay.
Yeah, you don't want one of them coming off in the heat of battle. That's for sure. All right. Those are our category winners, but we have two more awards for this section of the contest to deliver. We have our Best in Show, and we have our Best in Show runner-up. Once again, I do not envy the judges. This must not have been a very easy task to complete here, trying to separate a winner and a runner-up out of these incredible contenders here, but they did it somehow, and it's time now to share our runner-up of the Best in Show for the MagicCon cosplay contest here in Las Vegas. The runner-up for Best in Show, winning 2,000 American dollars, it is Storyteller Cosplay as Tamio the Field Researcher.
So much, oh my God. I would like to thank my partner Kyle, who got me into Magic, and he just kept cheering me on the whole entire time I was working on this cosplay. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
Big round of applause once again, Storyteller Cosplay. But now, it all comes down to this. The winner of the MagicCon Las Vegas 2024 cosplay contest is about to be announced. The winner of $4,000 US and a berth at the Grand Championship. It is, in fact, and I swear I had nothing to do with this, it is Magic Market Studio and Snapcaster Mage!
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Do you want to say?
Thank you all. This was a real labor of love. A lot of long nights, a lot of mess ups that you have to just get up and try again. And it can be really disheartening, but no matter what, give up. Never give up, ever. Never give up.
Thank you so much. One more huge round of applause
Once
for our
more,
Best in
Snapcaster
Show.
Mage. Can I just say, on a more personal note, I'm so pleased to see Snapcaster Mage win something, finally, after all these years. putting the card back on the map where it deserves to be. All right, those are our contestants here. Are they going to stick around while we do our Grand Championship, or we'll make room for them?
Before we bring out our Grand Championship and before we send all of these cosplayers off the stage, I think we need one more huge round of applause for all of the cosplayers that stood on stage tonight and competed for you. Thank you so much. Okay, carefully step down to the side over here.
We're going... Oh.
Oh, never mind. I told you.
Very difficult. All right, I'll grab that one for you. And if you want to make your way off, I think this way will be the easiest way to do that. We've actually we've set up a ramp for people to walk down as well to make it a little bit easier this time around. So there we go. But what a performance we've seen, Anna Margaret, from our cosplay contenders here. This was a real spectacle from these contestants this time around.
We had so much talent in this cosplay contest. I think it's one thing to be at a large Comic-Con where you might have a lot of different fandoms represented, but to have this level of talent with all amazing Magic the Gathering cosplays is absolutely incredible.
It is incredible. Yes, indeed. All right, well, we are gearing up now for our Grand Championship. Just to remind you, these cosplayers will be coming out as characters that you're not familiar with. Well, if you are, something's gone wrong somewhere. These are all characters from the new release Aether Drift that will be coming out in the new year. And if we're ready to begin backstage, I'm just waiting for confirmation that we're ready for our first contender for the Grand Championship. Of course, taking home this sword, Anna Margaret, which
yes.
You already demonstrated lights up. It's an incredible piece of hardware.
And so these will be the first time we'll see these cards. I know some cards were previewed earlier.
I don't think we're going to be seeing the cards. We're just going to be seeing the card art.
The card art?
But all the
Okay.
same, it's going to be special to be able to preview that and get a bit of a better look at the upcoming set. All right, how are we looking to bring out the Grand Championship contenders? We are good to go, my friends. So let's kick things off here with our first Grand Championship contender. Please welcome to the stage Creative Kitty Studios as Sitavama Masked Rider.
So you may have seen this awesome jump. Would you describe to the audience what just happened?
Okay, so don't be alarmed. I activated my Aether. Ooh, hi, sorry, I can maybe see my foot in front of me. So I activated my Aether, which basically gives me godlike power for 10 whole seconds. Who needs a car when you can just run along the enemy?
It also happens to have motion activated and changed all of the lights in her cosplay as she jumped. If it happened too fast for you to see, she programmed all of her lights to change color.
Wow, so the bright lights of the stage probably interfered with that a little bit, but that's an incredible... Oh, here we go. We can dim the lights a little bit to get a better look at how... Oh, we can see the glowing! All right, here we go.
I just want to specify, it seems to be a common theme where one of the champions gets bumped in the back, and some of my lights don't work now. I'm sorry.
Well, we can still
They
see the ones.
still look amazing.
We can still see the ones that do here. That's incredible.
Let's
All right.
have one more huge round of applause for Creative Kitty Studios.
All right, we move on now to our second contender here for the Grand Championship. Another new face for you to get to know here from the upcoming set, Aether Drift. But a returning hero to the stage of the cosplay contest, it is Bubbles Cosplay as Far Fortune End Boss. Fantastic. Can I ask, just from a logistical point of view, how did you transport a mini Jeep to the event?
I drove it here.
Oh, sorry.
Obviously.
Obviously.
I put it in a box, and we had to take a lot of it apart. When we came in a box, the TSA did, in fact, look at it. There was a sign in there that was like, hey, we looked at this. But yeah, it came on the airplane with me.
Nice. Well done.
What is your favorite part of your cosplay build?
Even though I can't wear it, I love my helmet. It's very cool. But I've got stuff on my head, so I can't even wear it. But also, I just love the personality of the character. I know it's not like the build, but like being the character. I love her.
That's amazing, and we love you. Let's have one more huge round of applause for Bubbles Cosplay as Far Fortune.
Wow. All right, as Air Bubbles exits the stage, we move on now to our third contestant here at the Grand Championship at MagicCon Las Vegas in 2024. Please welcome to the stage Bones with Cala Cosplay as Achik Emerald Radiant. Now, my question is, something's going on with these legs, right? Or are you just really that tall? Just grew an extra couple of feet for the cosplay contest?
Just shot up a few inches.
But really, tell us a little bit about these incredible stilts.
So I made these stilts out of T-tracks of aluminum. I was able to, I'm just shy of 8 feet right now. So it's been a lot of practice. I have bungee cords in the back to help me kind of stay stabilized. And I am surprisingly comfortable, considering I'm at a 55-degree angle.
Yeah, wow. It's maybe look, if everything else goes, wrong for you, at least you may be able to, get a job as one of those stilt walkers at the local fun fair. That's always an option for you.
I mean, maybe. I heard that there's somebody here who does that. So, if you need a stilt walker, let me know.
We'll see how we go with that. Anyway, one more round of applause here for Bones with Cala Cosplay. And I don't know how confident you are with stairs, so if you want to head back that way, that'll be fine. Wow, that's a bit of a dex check there as well to get across the stage, I would say. All right, we have one final Grand Championship contender here to welcome to the stage, everyone. So please, put your hands together one last time for our Grand Championship contestant, Mbare Evans as Caradora, Heart of Alakria. Wow.
I know you told us that your sword was one of your favorite parts. Can you show that off one more time to the audience? The sword.
Like He-Man. For the power of Grayskull! Something like that. It's really hard and tired. Can you give me a hand?
Yes. This is a lot of pressure.
Oh, it's
a lot
really,
of pressure.
This is so much heavier than I thought it was. Holy moly. No, that's all right.
I can hear with the helmet.
Yes, yeah, built for battle.
I feel like my grandfather. I can hear. Can you repeat this? Yeah. The sword is my favorite part. I worked about 2 weeks to make it, and for make all the costume I work about a month, like other participants. It's really hard, and the hardest part was bring all the costume from Italy to here. Yeah, it's the hardest, guys. Never do that. Never. Please.
This cosplay came all the way from Italy, and it looks phenomenal. Is there one? Yeah, let's have one more huge round of applause for Mbare.
Mamma mia, ragazzi.
All right. Well, we'll return your cosplay to you.
There we go. All right, very good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Wow, that was quite incredible. I'm very pleased I got to play with that sword. That was terrific.
You must have felt pretty powerful.
All right. So, are we going to bring on our all of our contestants now for the? Let's.
Because we have one more fantastic sword to give away.
Yes.
One of the 4 grand champions you just saw will be leaving with the sword you see here on the table.
Are you needing to go and deliberate on this with the judges again?
I think somebody is going to be passing me a card.
Have we got a? All right. Oh, okay. All right.
Really hard. We have it.
All
We've
right.
got the card. We have the hidden information.
All right, here we go. So we'll bring our contestants back onto stage here. Let's put our hands together for all of our Grand Championship contenders. Here they are once again. Creative Kitty Studios, Air Bubbles Cosplay, Bones with Cala Cosplay, and Mbare Evans. And of these 4 contenders, one winner will reign supreme and take home this magnificent piece of hardware, this sword, worthy of any trophy cap. One of the best trophies I think I've ever seen. And it goes to our grand champion here at the Grand Championship at MagicCon Las Vegas 2024. The winner of the Grand Championship, it is Mbare Evans as Caradora Hut of Alaria.
Can I say something in my language, in Sicilian?
Yeah. Let's have one more enormous round of applause for all 4 of our Grand Champion cosplayers.
And I think we're going to bring all of our other contestants on stage here, or at least do we want to bring them on stage? We can we'll get a big photo with all the contestants. So if you want to come out, that's fine. We can bring people on stage. And as I mentioned before, I believe a lot of these cosplayers will be sticking around to take photos. If you're so inclined, you'll be able to approach them and ask for photos. Obviously, be respectful and courteous and interact with them in a way that is going to be, demonstrate awareness of
Get your
social
cameras
niceties.
ready.
But here we go for people who want to take photos of all of the cosplay contestants put together. Here they are coming out on stage. Let's welcome them again here, my friends. Put your hands together for all of these brave contenders. It takes a lot of guts to get on stage like this. So let's make sure they all feel welcome. Well, my friends, thank you for being here. Thank you for contributing to the success of this event. The cosplay contest is always a true highlight of any MagicCon, and it's been an incredible experience to have such an amazing crowd backing us up here. So thanks so much for being part of it. Stick around. Before very much longer, we are going to be going live with actually, and the Dropout crew, Iffy BDG, and other a galaxy of stars will be joining us up on the main stage. So don't go anywhere if you're looking for some more entertainment. But that is that. Let's hear it as well for our judges. Put your hands together for our 3 judges. And one last time for our cosplay contestants. And we'll see you next time at MagicCon for the next cosplay contest. Until then, take care of yourselves and good night.
Thank you so much. You all are amazing. Take a second.